Indian students in the United States are grappling with an unprecedented wave of uncertainty following Donald Trump's return to the White House. His administration's renewed focus on immigration crackdowns has heightened fears among international students, particularly those on F-1 visas, many of whom relied on undocumented jobs to make ends meet. This fear has led to a mass resignation from part-time jobs, leaving students in financial and emotional turmoil as they struggle to cope with the evolving policies. The road to survival now hinges on savings, familial support, and a cautious wait-and-see approach to the political landscape. F-1 visa holders are permitted to work up to 20 hours per week on campus, but the availability of such positions is limited. Many Indian students turn to undocumented jobs at cafes, gas stations, and retail stores to supplement their income. These jobs were essential to manage day-to-day expenses, pay rent, and tackle the staggering debt of student loans, which often exceed $50,000. However, with Trump's administration taking a hard stance on immigration violations, students have begun quitting these jobs in large numbers to avoid the dire consequences of deportation. One such case is a graduate student from the University of Illinois who previously worked 6 hours a day at a local cafe, earning $7 per hour. His earnings helped cover rent and groceries, but the fear of deportation made him resign. With a loan of $50,000 to fund his education, he explained that risking his future for a part-time job was simply not worth it. Similar stories are emerging across the US, painting a grim picture of the plight of Indian students under the current administration. Another account comes from a computer science student in Texas, who has already exhausted his savings and is borrowing money from his roommate. His reluctance to ask for financial help from his struggling parents back in India speaks to the emotional toll this situation is taking. For many students, the combination of financial strain and guilt is pushing them into a state of mental distress, with anxiety and stress becoming a constant presence in their lives. The fear of deportation has triggered not just financial instability, but also significant mental health challenges. Many students feel isolated and vulnerable, as their dreams of building a better future in the US seem increasingly precarious. The lack of financial resources has forced some to depend on savings or monetary help from family and friends in India. However, this is not a sustainable solution, particularly for those who come from modest or struggling backgrounds. The broader implications of Trump's immigration policies are also raising alarm. Reports suggest that thousands of undocumented Indians could face deportation under stricter regulations. Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has confirmed India's readiness to facilitate the return of undocumented Indians. This announcement came during a meeting with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, where immigration policies and economic ties between the two nations were key discussion points. Adding to the uncertainty is Trump's controversial executive order to end birthright citizenship, which has been temporarily blocked by a federal judge. The move has sparked widespread debate and amplified concerns among immigrant communities, including international students. While the judge's decision provides temporary relief, it underscores the administration's hardline approach to immigration, leaving students and their families in a state of constant apprehension. In response to these challenges, the Indian government is reportedly planning to repatriate approximately 18,000 undocumented Indian immigrants from the US. This move is seen as a diplomatic effort to ease tensions with the Trump administration while safeguarding the interests of legal Indian immigrants. However, the repatriation initiative has sparked mixed reactions, with some viewing it as a necessary step and others questioning its impact on India's relations with its diaspora. The situation is further complicated by Trump's mixed stance on H-1B visas. While his administration has softened its position on these work visas to encourage international students to study in the US, the penalties for breaking visa rules remain severe. For Indian students, this creates a paradox. While they are welcomed as skilled professionals, their pathway to that status is fraught with risks and uncertainties. The ripple effects of these policies are being felt not just by students, but also by universities, businesses, and communities that benefit from the contributions of international students. Many universities rely heavily on the tuition fees paid by international students, and a decline in enrollment could have far-reaching consequences for their financial stability. Additionally, the local economies that depend on student spending are also likely to feel the impact of reduced part-time employment and increased financial conservatism among students. As Indian students navigate this challenging landscape, they are adopting a cautious approach. Some are holding out hope that the situation will stabilize in the coming months, allowing them to resume part-time jobs without fear of repercussions. Others are exploring alternative options, such as seeking scholarships, grants, or remote freelance work that complies with visa regulations. However, these solutions are not accessible to everyone and often require significant time and effort to secure. The role of community support cannot be understated during this time. Indian student associations, cultural organizations, and community groups are stepping up to provide resources, guidance, and emotional support. These networks are proving invaluable in helping students cope with the uncertainty and find temporary solutions to their financial and emotional struggles. The potential meeting between Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Trump at the AI summit in Paris next month could also play a crucial role in shaping the future of US-India relations. Discussions around immigration policies, education, and bilateral ties are expected to be high on the agenda. For Indian students, any positive developments from this meeting could offer a glimmer of hope in an otherwise bleak situation. While the challenges faced by Indian students are daunting, their resilience and determination are shining through. Many are leveraging their networks, exploring creative solutions, and adapting to the changing circumstances with remarkable grit. Their stories highlight the strength and perseverance of a community striving to achieve its goals despite significant obstacles. In conclusion, the intersection of Trump's immigration policies and the financial realities faced by Indian students in the US has created a complex and challenging environment. The fear of deportation, coupled with financial instability, has pushed many to their limits. Yet, their determination to succeed and build a better future remains unwavering. As these students navigate this turbulent period, their resilience will undoubtedly play a crucial role in shaping their journeys and the broader narrative of international education in the US. For now, the path ahead remains uncertain, but the indomitable spirit of these students offers a beacon of hope in these challenging times. What do you think about Trump's immigration policies affecting students? Share your thoughts below.